just wanna be heard for your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curve, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the London Bulldogs and the Dallas Cowboys. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready. 57's left. Lock it. Hey, switch gears. Kill.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly
know.
that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
On third down, it's Pollard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Not the result they were looking for there on third down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person...
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
56 is the mark. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He's got the first down inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. They'll get this out wide to Taylor. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0.
Makes the score Bulldogs 7, Cowboys nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry. Here's 2nd and 8. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gator. Go. Kill. Ready.
Back to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 11 yards there, first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Allen now on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
I'm going back to you. On the ball.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And not a whole lot to speak of there, so bring him down shy of the 20. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
3-19. 5 wide. Check 37. Check.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got Adams on the hookup. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Pick it up. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up.
Now Allen. And that's complete to Adams. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line.
At the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
Here we go. 30. 37. You remember me? Let's go, baby. Check. We got 6 guys.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
No gain on the play.
Here we go. 30.
At the 45-yard line.
Here I come. 20. Check 25.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen. And his throw is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Well, it's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
Hey, Delta. Mike, 56, right there, 56. Switch up.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home.
Now this time, Allen will throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown! A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point safely through. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Cowboys take over first down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Come on!
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 19-yard
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12.
Kill. Hey, watch this, watch this. Ready, go.
Here's Pollard. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and 4.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Wahoo! 66. Bullet high. So don't say nothing. 57's Mike. Ready, go!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. On first down, Pollard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Boy, what would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
A first down carry by Elliott. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Forced and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
50. 50. Hold. 80 weapons. Check 99. Check 99. Check 4. Watch out.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. He finds Taylor, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. First down, and they're going to throw it Allen. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Allen to throw. Throwing again. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 16.
All 52. 56. Here we go. Here we go.
Now Allen again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Allen to throw once more. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good, and that will knot things up here late in the first half. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan showing you.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, come.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. DeMarcus Lawrence racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
You better be afraid of me. General West, alert, alert, alert.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he's going to go down again. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
56. 56. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
That's good for the Cowboys. First down.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
Yeah, he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is caught at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll run with Pollard. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Pollard again. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey, Charlie.
Allen now looks to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, here's Breida. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they called the field general.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On 1st down, Pollard. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. Taylor. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more coming.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
From the gun, Allen. And Adams has it, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The quick slant, good for a 1st down, a gain of 12. Allen now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Just like that. Check. He got alert.
On 2nd down and 4. Allen got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. This will be caught at about the 5. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And if you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally, and as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space, so you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone. If you want to throw it short, you've got to have some movement, some room in order to do that. That one didn't work.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try to run with Breida. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation, kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time.
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got his man there. It's Wallace, complete. 23 yards on the play. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Pollard. Dropped at the 35. Able to display his agility, but not much room to operate. The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Back to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Safe. Check 31.
So that'll back them up 5. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know, you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Allen. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he will score. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow. Oh,
definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us, because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I love to see games finish that way.
So for the Londoners, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.